Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Vrajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Nama Om Vishnupraya Krishna Vastai Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Itanamane, Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prajarne, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasitata Shutarne. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gauravata Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Gyana Tarandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vancha Kalpya Thiruvishcha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitana Pavanibhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad-Gita As It Is. We are reading from the Bhagavad-Gita As It Is. Continuing on. Okay. Let's see here. Let's get some light in this room. Let's get some light. And there was light. Boop. Okay. So chapter 1, text, where we at? Chapter 1, we're in text 4, translation. Okay. Here in this army, there are many heroic bowmen equal in fighting to Bhima and Arjuna. There are also the great fighters like Yuyudhana, Virata, and Drupad. Even though Drishtadyumna was not a very important obstacle in the face of Dronacharya's very great power in the military art, there were many others who were the cause of fear. They are mentioned by Duryodhan as great stumbling blocks on the path of victory because each and every one of them was as formidable as Bhima and Arjuna. He knew the strength of Bhima and Arjuna, and thus he compared the others with them. Text 5. Drishta Ketush Chekitana Kashi Rajas Chaviryavan Purijit Kunchabojas Cha Shaibyas Cha Nara Pungava. Word for word translation. Okay. Drishta Ketu Chekitanana Kashiraj Cha also Viryavan, very powerful. Purijit Kuntaboja Cha and Shaibya Cha and Nara Pungava, heroes in human society. Translation. There are also great, heroic, powerful fighters like Drishtaketu, Chetikana, Kashiraja, Purijit, Kuntaboja, and Shaibya. Text 6. Udama Nyush Cha Vikranta, Utama Ujas Cha Viryavan, Subhadro Dropadeyas Cha, Surva Eva Maharata, Udamanu Cha and Vikranta, mighty Utamaja, Cha and Viryavan, very powerful, Subhadra, the son of Subhadra, Drapadeya, the sons of Draupadi, Cha and survey all, Eva, certainly Maharata, great chariot fighters. Translation, there are the mighty Udamanu, the very powerful Udamajau, the son of Subhadra, and the sons of Draupadi. All these warriors are great chariot fighters. Text 7. Ashma kam tu vishishtatye taniboda dwijotama. Nayaka mama sanyasya samnyartam tan brabimate. Ashmakam, our, two, but, vishishta, especially powerful, yea, those. Tan them, niboda, just take note, be informed, dwijotama, the best of the brahmanas, nayaka, captains, mama, my, sanyasya, of the soldiers, samnya artam, for information, tan them, brabimi, I'm speaking, te, your, O best of the brahmanas, for your information, let me tell you about the captains who are especially qualified to lead my military force. All right, we're done. I read like 2 pages a day. That's enough. 2 pages a day keeps Maya away. See, anything you do in Krishna consciousness is eternal. So you should do something every day. At least do something. The more the better, but do something. Do something for Krishna every day. That's all. Hear and chant every day, even if it's just a little bit. You're doing better than most people. See, like, no judgment, but 99% of the people in the world are not, hearing and chanting every single day. They're just not. So if you're hearing and chanting every single day, you're doing better than 99% of people in the world. Okay, so we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 7. They are under the false impression that the other cantos are not concerned with Krishna, and thus more foolishly than intelligently they take to the reading of the 10th canto. These readers are specifically told herein that the other cantos of the Bhagavatam are as important as the 10th canto. No one should try to go into the matters of the 10th canto without having thoroughly understood the purport of the other 9 cantos. Krishna and his pure devotees, like the Pandavas, are on the same plane. Krishna is not without his devotees of all the rasas, and the pure devotees, like the Pandavas, are not without Krishna. The devotees and the Lord are interlinked, and they cannot be separated. Therefore, talks about them are all Krishna Katha, or topics of the Lord. Text 13 to 14. Yada mride kaurava shrinjayanam, viresh yato vira gatim gateshu, vrikod ira vidya gadabi marsha, bagnora dande dhritarashtra putre, bartu priyam dranir itis mas pashyan, Krishna sutanam swapatam shiramsi, upaharad vipriyam eva tasya, jugu siktam karma vigarhayanti. Yada win, Mride in the battlefield, Kaurava, the party of Dhritarashtra, Shrinjayanam, of the party of the Pandavas, Vireshu, of the warriors, Ato, thus, Viragatim, the destination deserved by the warriors, Gateshu, being obtained, Vikrodara, Bhima, the second Pandava, Avida, beaten, Gada, by the club, Abi Maharsha, lamenting, Bhagna, broken, Urudande, spinal cord, Dhritarashtra, Putre, the son of King Dhritarashtra, Bartu, of the master, Priyam, pleasing, Droni, the son of Dronacharya, iti thus, ma shall be, Pashyan, seeing Krishna, Draupadi, Sutanam, of the sons, Swapatam, while sleeping, Shiramsi, heads, Uparharat, delivered as prize, Vipriyam, pleasing, Eva, like, Tasya, his, Jugu Siptam, most heinous, Karma, act, Vigar Haryanti, disapproving. Translation, when the respective warriors of both camps, namely the Kauravas and the Pandavas, were killed on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, when the dead warriors obtained their deserved destinations, and when the son of Dhritarashtra fell down lamenting, his spine broken, being beaten by the club of Bhima, saying, the son of Dronacharya Ashvatthama beheaded the 5 sleeping sons of Draupadi. Oof, that's rough. And delivered them as a prize to his master, foolishly thinking that he would be pleased. Duryodhana, however, disapproved of the heinous act, and he was not pleased at the least. Purport. Transcendental topics of the activities of Lord Sri Krishna in the Srimad Bhagavatam begin from the end of the battle of Kurukshetra, where the Lord himself spoke about himself in the Bhagavad-Gita. Therefore, both the Bhagavad-Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam are transcendental topics of Lord Krishna. The Gita is Krishna Katha, or topics of Krishna, because it is spoken by the Lord, and the Bhagavatam is also Krishna Katha, because it is spoken about the Lord. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted everyone to be informed of both Krishna Kathas by his order. Lord Krishna Chaitanya is Krishna himself in the garb of a devotee of Krishna, and therefore the versions of both Lord Krishna and Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are identical. Lord Chaitanya desired that all who are born in India seriously understand such Krishna kathas. So you got to understand this if you're in India. If you're born in India, you have a responsibility. Are you doing your responsibility, y'all? And then after full realization, preach the transcendental message up to everyone in all parts of the world. That will bring about the desired peace and prosperity of the stricken world. Stricken world. We live in a stricken world, my friends. Text 15. It's we do, right? Look around. Mata shishunam nidanam sutanam nishamya goram paritapyamana Tararudad, Vashpa, Kalakulakshi, Tam Santapyan, Tam Santvayan, Aha Kirir Ta Mali. Bear with me. Like this is not my native language. My native language is English. My native language isn't Sanskrit. So bear with me. Okay. Jai Shriman Bhagavatam, Ki Jai. Jai Shriman Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. Okay, now we're going to read from Krishna book. Krishna book. It's reading time, guys. This is the Hare Krishna reading corner. Okay. So we're on page 16, the advent of Lord Krishna. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The covering influence of material nature is so strong that the living entity is satisfied in whatever body he gets, and he identifies with that body with great pleasure. So you're identifying with your body. You think like, oh, I'm a man. This is a great body. Or I'm a woman. This is a great body. Or I'm a dog. This is a great body. Like people are like, that's what happens. Whatever body you have, you like identify with your body with great pleasure. Look at how beautiful I am. Look at my beautiful hair. I don't have any. Okay. Therefore, I beg to request you not to be overwhelmed by the dictation of your mind and body. Don't be overwhelmed by the dictation of your mind and body. Your mind's going to be like, do this, do that, go here, go do this. Your body's going to be like, do this. But don't be overwhelmed by that. Just relax and be like, no, take control of yourself. You got to control yourself. Don't let your senses, your mind and senses control you. It's a practice, of course. Sometimes, sometimes we fall down, see what happens. It's happened to me. But you get back up, you dust yourself off, and then get back to work. Okay, Vasudev thus requested Kamsa not to be envious of his newly married sister. One should not be envious of anyone, because envy is the cause of fear both in this world and in the next. Right? When one is before Yamaraj, the Lord of punishment after death, Vasudev appeared. Oh, wait. One should not be envious of anyone, because envy is the cause of fear both in this world and in the next. When one is before Yamaraj, the Lord of punishment after death, Vasudev appealed to Kamsa on behalf of Devaki, stating that she was his younger sister. He also appealed at an auspicious moment at the time of marriage. A younger sister or brother is supposed to be protected as one's child. The position is overall so delicate, Vasudev reasoned, that if you kill her, it will go against your high reputation. In this way, Vasudev tried to pacify Kamsa by good instruction, as well as by philosophical discrimination, but Kamsa was not to be pacified because his association was demoniac. Because of his demoniac association, he was a demon. Although born in a very high royal family, a demon never cares for any good instruction. He is just like a determined thief. One can give him moral instruction, but it will not be effective. Similarly, those who are demoniac or atheistic by nature can hardly assimilate any good instruction, however authorized it may be. That is the difference between demigods and demons. Those who can accept good instruction and try to live their lives in that way are called demigods. And those who are unable to take such good instruction are called demons. Which one are you? Are you a demon? Or are you a demigod? Failing in his attempt to pacify Kamsa, Vasudev wondered how he would protect his wife Devaki. When there is imminent danger, an intelligent person should try to avoid the dangerous position as far as possible. But if in spite of endeavoring by all intelligence, one fails to avoid the dangerous position, there is no fault on his part. One should try his best to execute his duties, but if the attempt fails, he is not at fault. Yes, you try your best, and God will do the rest. Vasudev thought of his wife as follows: for the present, let me save the life of Devaki, and later on, if there are children, I should see how to save them. He further thought, if in the future I get a child who can kill Kamsa, just as Kamsa is thinking, that both Devaki and the child will be saved from the law, because the law of providence is inconceivable. But now, some way or other, let me save the life of Devaki. There is no certainty how a living entity contacts a certain type of body, just as there is no certainty how a blazing fire comes in contact with a certain type of wood in the forest. When there is a forest fire, it is experienced that the blazing fire sometimes leaps over one tree and catches another by the influence of the wind. Similarly, a living entity may be very careful in the matter of his executing his duties, but it is still very difficult for him to know what type of body he is going to get in the next life. I don't know what type of body I'm going to get. I have no idea. No clue. Hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully it's a great one. Hopefully it's a fantastic one. Maharaj Bharat was very faithfully executing the duties of self-realization, but by the chance he developed a temporary affection for a deer, and in the next life he had to accept the body of a deer. Vasudeva, after deliberating on how to save his wife, began to speak to Kamsa with great respect, although Kamsa was the most sinful man. Sometimes it happens that the most virtuous person like Vasudeva has to flatter persons like Kamsa, a most vicious person. That is a way of all diplomatic transactions. Although Vasudeva was deeply aggrieved, he smiled outwardly. Yeah, I've had to deal with this. Have you ever had to be diplomatic with people? I have. Even devotees. Yeah, I've had to be diplomatic with devotees because this is how it is. Although Vasudeva was deeply aggrieved, he smiled outwardly. He addressed the shameless Kamsa in that way because he was so atrocious. Vasudeva said to Kamsa, "My dear brother-in-law, please consider that you have no danger from your sister. You are awaiting some danger because you have heard a prophetic voice in the sky. But the danger is to come from the sons of your sister, who are not present now, and who knows, there may or may not be sons in the future. Considering all this, you are safe for the present, nor is there a cause of fear from your sister. If there are any sons born of her, I promise that I shall present all of them to you for necessary action." Kamsa knew the value of Vasudeva's word of honor, and he was convinced by his argument. For the time being, he desisted from the heinous killing of his sister. Thus Vasudeva was pleased and praised the decision of Kamsa. In this way, he returned to his home. Each year thereafter, in due course of time, Devaki gave birth to a child. Thus she gave birth to 8 male children as well as 1 daughter. When the first son was born, Vasudeva kept his word of honor and immediately brought the child before Kamsa. It is said that Vasudeva was very much elevated and famous for his word of honor, and he wanted to maintain this fame. Although it was very painful for Vasudeva to hand over the newly born child, Kamsa was very glad to receive him, but he became a little compassionate with the behavior of Vasudeva. This event is very exemplary. For a great soul like Vasudeva, there is nothing considered to be painful in the course of discharging one's duty. A learned person like Vasudeva carries out his duties without hesitation. On the other hand, a demon like Kamsa never hesitates in committing any abominable action. As you can see in the world, there are demons that will do anything. They'll do horrible things. You can see it. It's proof in the world. Look around. There's people in this world that are demons. They'll do any bad act. They don't care. Okay, they don't care about it because they're demons. It is said, therefore, that a saintly person can tolerate all kinds of miserable material conditions of life. A learned man can discharge his duties without waiting favorable circumstances. A heinous person like Kamsa can act in any sinful way, and a devotee can sacrifice everything to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A devotee can sacrifice everything. Are you willing to sacrifice everything? Are you willing to give away 50% of your income to spread Krishna consciousness? That's hard, right? It's hard to sacrifice some things, right? Hare Krishna. Oh, wait. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Sham, Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham, Jai Jai Nitai, Jai Jai Gaur, Jai Jai Shri Damayapur. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Shama Sundar Radhe, Radhe Radhe Shama Sundar Radhe, Radhe Shama Sundar, Radhe Shama Sundar, Nitai. Nitai Goranga Jaya, Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga Jaya, Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga Jaya Gora Hari, Nitai Goranga Jaya Gora Hari, Goranga Goranga, Nityananda Nityananda, Goranga Goranga, Nityananda Nityananda, Goranga Goranga, Nityananda Nityananda, Goranga, Goranga, Nityananda, Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Adi Adi Bo Jaja Shri Radhe Sham. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Do it.